Hey guys, Coupon to Provide here, and today I'm coming at you with my craft room tour. While we take an overall look at the space panning through, I thought it would be a good idea to share with you what kind of crafter I am. For starters, I don't consider myself a crafter. I am a creative doer. I create because it's in my soul, I do so, and I share that with others in hopes to inspire or light a fire that once burned in someone to create and get that sense of accomplishment back through creativity. So I don't do technicalities here. I don't work with any brands. I basically take my inspiration from you guys and just get creative. I dabble in many things, and I usually refer to myself as a jack of all trades but a master of none. But I love it all. This space reflects that for sure. I have what I want when I want, and it's amazingly enough a huge part of you guys. Friends to the channel have flooded this space with generosity and gifts and things that I will forever be grateful for. That being said, I hope my affordable and organized systems help you guys and inspire you in some way to create some simple solutions in your own creative space. I did take a poll on my social medias to find out whether or not y'all wanted a full-length video or a smaller, shorter subcategory set of videos. And by 74% of you, it seems like y'all want a full-length video. But for the rest of you, I'm going to try to do my best to break the spaces down into subcategories and create a timestamp over the next few days in the actual description box or the comments of the video so that you guys can just reference certain points. Also, if I have any systems that are the exact same from the previous house, then I will go ahead and link those videos in the description box as well. So that is pretty much it for the intro of this video. I do hope that you enjoy watching all of the different things that I have come up with and kind of get some logic behind all of my madness. I promise there is a purpose. That being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right in with the organization. Now we're going to move on to this little section. So actually what we did here was when I got this desk, this actually used to be about 3 times its length. We cut it down over the years, and I have been using this area as a desk. In my previous office, this was in the center of the room, but since it's been cut down so many times, it was kind of wobbly and it would just kind of move as I moved, and it was very frustrating. But I did love it, and I did not want to get rid of it because of my paper storage. This has been the most perfect paper storage for all of my stuff, like the most perfect. It's allowed me to have a huge collection, but keep it organized, have it look pretty on display, and all that good stuff. So I was not willing to part with it. When I found my vintage desk, which we've already seen, I needed to keep this storage. I really did. I went shopping around for metal racks. I went shopping around for other things, and nothing quite did it for me like this area. So I was like, I got to figure something out. So what I wound up doing was shifting all of the bookshelves over, because all of these bookshelves used to be more to the left. That's why I covered the door. And it gave me the perfect open space for me to put this here and make this into a little workstation, which is incredible. So let's go ahead and talk about the paper storage before we move into all of this. So I do have a full video on my paper organization system, which is pretty simple. If you're like me and you don't do technicalities, you don't know names, you don't know book titles, you don't know none of that, right? You just know what you know in your head when you see it. So for me, I have broken mine down by general categories such as boho, modern images, cutesy girly, vintage, seasonal, holiday, overflow, modern images again. If I have anything that's multiples and spills out into other containers, then I just put the same exact label style on the front of them, as you can see there. So there's floral focus, and that's the perfect example. Floral focus. If you open up a book and you're flipping through the pages and you see a lot of florals, it's basically focused on florals. So I put that in there. Now I do go through and label them with the name in case I want it for a video. If I just randomly decide to throw it out there, then I have the name and I don't have to worry about it. but I will try to go through and remember to put these links and stuff and make it available for you guys for systems that I already did videos on, but I still work with, if that makes sense. Okay, and then down here in the pink containers, these are actually different categories. So the pink containers, the pale pinks, are actually seasonal. So we have Halloween, Christmas, and then we have Thanksgiving up there just because there was no room down here at the bottom. And then over here in these darker pink containers, these are actually repurposed paper product. So in here you'll find calendars, bags, file folders, anything that you can repurpose into something else. It's usually something that I buy for the print or for the bones of whatever it is, and then I'll repurpose it into something else, but it's all paper related or something that I would use, say, as a journal cover or a planner cover or something like that. I'd chop it up and use it inside one of those things. So that is what the pink ones are. Again, this system is perfect for me. I don't keep it organized alphabetically. If I see something here, I'll take it, pull it out, and I'll just put it up wherever the gap forms, because I don't sit there and try to keep it organized alphabetically. It would just make no sense, and it would make it a lot harder than what it needs to be. For me, all systems must be super simple in order for me to keep this office in order. It has to be one step in, one step out. It takes one step to pull it out of wherever it's at, and when you need to put it away, it's got to be just as easy to put it back. Otherwise, it's not going to work, and you're just going to stress yourself out over doing too much. Like, it's okay for a lot of detail to be accessible, but you don't need to overwhelm yourself. So there is that for my paper storage. Love this desk, and I love my husband for building it for me. This was actually one of his first furniture builds, and he wasn't as far along in his building as he is now, so it was a really great attempt on his part. So now we'll go ahead and look at the top of this little area. So this is not a built-in or anything like that. All we did was take one miscellaneous piece of wood, throw it over the top. And then I put another one of the King Dollar light bars along the top that only cost me $5. And that made this whole little area actually look like it's a built-in section, which was awesome. The spice racks on the wall were actually from my pantry. And when I took the pantry doors off, I didn't want to just toss them or, donate them or give them away yet. I still wanted them to be used. So I just took them apart and we hung them here on the wall. So let's go ahead and talk about everything that is in here. So I got this smaller HP printer because I just wanted a simple printer to put here in my office so that I can print out my little pictures and stuff for my memory planning. 221 Baker Street, really cool Sherlock Holmes vintage game. I loved it, so I just set it here as decor. All the pieces are in it. A little lantern that I haven't put anything into yet. As you can see, I took off the little tea light thing. I just love these lanterns, and I'm so happy that I got them. This is a Dollar Tree dish rack that I bent back and mounted to the wall for all of my typecast little things or quick grab for stuff whenever I'm typing up stuff. Here is the typecast that the hubby got for me for my birthday one year, which was so amazing because he got this for me, and then my mom went into the store and all the typecast stuff was on clearance, so she bought me everything, and it was only like $25-30. So that was amazing, and she gifted it all to me for my birthday, and I loved it. It was just worked out like that. A planner here just for, stuff to remember. Here I have another picnic basket that I took apart. It had 2 wine bottle holders on the back, which are actually up there now, which I will use eventually. And I use it for storage for here on the desktop, like the labels that I'm currently using and I need to use up when I print my little pictures and stuff like that. I think this is so cute. I love it. This little box Alma gave me. So I have silicone mats in here for the glue gun. I have a scraper, some eyelet plier things, and I keep those right here because this is where my Dollar Tree punches are. And these are the ones that I go through for planner videos. After a while, constantly punching hard plastic material will make it kind of wear and they won't be good anymore. So I just go through, I come over here and I just grab another one when I need it for videos. Here's the light cord. And then here, more of the tiny, tiny plastic containers. In here I have blade refills, pencil lead refills, more scraper blades and stuff like that. These 2 little dispensers, I found them at Daiso and they were so cute and I love them. So I just grabbed 2 to have them here in this space in case I ever need them. Here, this is the DIY kind of like rustic farmhousey clipboard that I showed you guys how to make using an actual clipboard. Here are some, what is this? Oh, little labels and stuff just here on the desktop. Extra rulers. I love this one. It's my favorite ruler. So cool looking. Extra rulers because I go through a lot of rulers. And then some little friends that I've been sent to the channel. Here we have big tacks, big wood clips, some plastic spool things, banner paper clips, and then file paper clips. Some ginormous glitters and sand that I can't fit on the little shelf down there with the bamboo tray. Extra blades, but these are black, so they stay over here. 2 little containers of the Duck brand fabric tape that I use for labeling in the office, and more furniture pads, and some little coffee cup paper clips that I love that I've been sent in friend mail. And then some nail polishes that I repurpose into crafty paint. Some more typecast refill spool ink roll things. Some Poppin.com tape dispensers that I use for different tapes whenever I'm moving around. Just some refill office-y type stuff. A glass jar of beads that I found at Pennywise for free. I saw that and I was like, gotta have it. And some vintagey things. So whenever I'm doing a vintage look, this is where I come to for my vintage paper clips. And then this is something that Boogie actually picked for the office. We went thrifting and he's like, Mom, this is so cool. You got to get this. It'll look great in your office. And I'm like, you're so right. He's so smart. Okay. And then up here, just erasers and little decorative things are in there. And then here I have some hanging planter pot chains because I plan on hanging something in here eventually. And then here you can see the screws from the washi, but like it doesn't even matter because nobody's right there. Nobody's going to touch it. Nobody's going to get hurt. Now, I do have this huge roll of awesome brick adhesive wall liner, which I want to put in here. And I think that would be gorgeous, but I have to take all this stuff down. The hubby, I know, is not going to be happy about it, but I think it will look great. So I will get to that eventually. And then I probably post it on my social media or something. So that is it for this area. Love how it just made itself look like a little built-in section. It's so cool. Okay guys, now we're on to the last wall and then we are gonna cover the top of the shelves after that and we will be done. I do hope that up until this point you've gotten some creative, affordable ideas. So starting off here, these baskets are actually trash bag grab baskets from IKEA and they're about $3 a basket. So when you go to, or $3 or $4. So when you go to IKEA, they have these in like the trash composting area because you're supposed to ball up your plastic bags and throw them in there. But we don't do plastic bags, so we never really needed them for that purpose. And when I saw them, I was like, man, these would be awesome wall storage. So in here, I have shipping envelopes, plastic sheets from Dollar Tree, which is the plastic cutting mats. Sorry about that, Boogie just woke up. So here we have this little fabric towel thing is what I use for when I'm playing with wet stuff, like and I want to set something aside to either dry or just, you know, whatever. So, and then back there I have the Dollar Tree chopping mats, which are a magical craft supplies on a budget. Like I love Dollar Tree chopping mats. I will forever swear by them. Love them. You get 2 for $1. It's amazing. There's that. Here I have wrapping paper for quick little gifts and stuff. And then here I have some Lazy Susans, some of the embroidery hoops, and just kind of like round supplies that I just put together. Here I have some wallpaper that I actually use or repurpose for its decor, like for its not, I don't use it as wallpaper, in other words. Here I have a magnet roll, which I was actually going to be using for dies, but lost them all. Here I have my adhesive liners. The big one that I got is not here. This is actually for crafty things, for small spaces and stuff like that. Here I have a huge roll of clear shelf liner that I actually got for free at Pennywise as well. And I use that to cover my mat or lay down a little section of mat so that I can ink and blend and do all that stuff and then peel it up and I don't have to worry about a glare. Here I have some clearance find paper rolls of gorgeous prints. These prints are so beautiful, and as you can see we got them for $1.75 and I think they were like $7 a roll. Crazy. And I've used this to line pots and all kinds of stuff. It's really cute. love that. So I got those. And then of course here is the Cricut vinyl and all that good stuff. Okay, so now let's move on and talk about the top of this little shelf here. Or actually, let's talk about the entire unit. So in the old house, the hubby actually built me a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf unit. And it had my desk area, it had all my storage area, everything was in that unit. And it was so huge. But when we moved, we didn't want to spend that money again to do this. So we repaired all that wall and brought the shelves with us. And instead of going floor to ceiling, we went left to right. And we just repurposed all that wood. And then with that, we used that for the shelf here at the top of this little section. We used it for extra shelves on the bookshelf. Like, we used that supplies. That will explain the holes on the side. These are DIY holes that we did for my shelving unit. And that was because it went floor to ceiling. Now it's left to right, so now you can see the holes, but who cares, right? Not me. So moving over to this side, we made very tiny shelving. So that way we could fit in a lot of the different cutters and things that I had, but I wanted to also maximize vertical space. I didn't want these to just stack up high, be hard to get to, or have to shuffle around through all of them because they were stacked up. So on this top one here, we made a very tiny shelf, and it worked perfect to store all of my little overflow Dollar Tree containers that used to store my washi, but now my washi is on the rods, and these make the perfect little tool drawers. So in some of these, I just have tools that I use for working. So I have some extra blades here for the Cricut, and then I have Cricut tools in here, pencils in here, little spatulas for other crafts in there. So that is basically my little tiny itty bitty drawer shelf. Here I have a huge album of stamps. These, it's so full. So if you've ever been curious about where my stamps are, here they are. So I found this book on clearance at Tuesday morning, and I bought it. And then in it, it had some of the sleeves, and then every time I find sleeves on clearance, I put them in here. So I have been so far beyond blessed with stamps from friends to the channel that I can barely get through them all. There are so many stamp sets in here, guys. So many. And then I found some awesome ones on clearance, some awesome ones at Dollar Tree. These were found at Dollar Tree. Like, awesome. They are beautiful stained glass looking stamps. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. Of course, they don't stamp color, but you can fill them in. You can color them in like you would adult coloring books. These are just beautiful. These were from the Wish app. Friends have sent me so many. The person who actually started my stamp collection pretty much was Lynette from Cheaply Chic. She is amazing. She does a lot of planner videos. She has an Etsy store with planner junk journal kits, and she is just amazingly creative, and I love her so much. She's so sweet and all the things awesome. So go check her out for sure. But this is my clear stamp collection in this big old book. Alongside that, we have some tracing notepads just because I don't want the kids to get into them. They waste them, and so I kind of designate when they get a new pad. And then I have the Tim Holtz Tonic stamping plate. I have some paper cutters here. I have my Big Mama cutter here. That one was the whole couponing. That one was a soldier. Like, it cut some stuff, man, and it still cuts perfectly fine. It was awesome. And then this one is my guillotine cutter, and then some heavy tools there, extras there. And in here I have just two little baskets. I like seeing clear stuff, things that aren't completely full, because that just shows me that I've been doing a good job of keeping things organized and in their place and not going crazy with what I don't love. Like, I love everything in this space. I really do. And I committed to not bringing in things that I didn't love some time ago. So yeah. Here we have some laminating sheets and some clear pockets. Found these clear pockets a long time ago in a thrift find, and I had no clue what to use them for. But then I started thinking vintage ephemera and all that, selling it in the Etsy store. So now I have tons of envelopes to put them into. And then we have some extra pens and pencils here for the kids, watercolor crap, some extra pens, some light up lights for crafty things, and then some extra markers and highlighters, chalkboard markers and stuff like that. And here, these are actually the poppin.com pens, and these were found at the 99-cent only store, and these pens sell for about $12 a box, which is crazy. Moving on here, this is all things kind of fabric-y, self-explanatory. These were my old refrigerator, what do you call these things? Bins, I guess. And it's all, just all the things that you can use for your fabric needs. Sewing stuff, individual fabric. This little thing has all of the spools of thread and stuff in it that just come from little, you know, like little quick fix kits and stuff like that. Here, in these containers, nothing really exciting going on. This is just all miscellaneous. So in here, I put product packaging, just in case you want to use the envelopes for something. Here I use gift wrap stuff. This is actually for everyday use. If I have a quick gift to wrap or a quick bag to throw together, I just come in here, piece it together really quick, and then go on about our day. Here is tech. So this has like extra cords, extra chargers, earphones, earbuds, all that stuff. These are actually planner pouches or bags. Lots of different pouches to play with for organizing or repurposing. Here are my CTP planner bags that I've already completed some, and then extra bags to create later on in the future. And this is just supplies. Don't read the label on these, they're not accurate. This is just wood and metal supplies. Simple. Okay, over here, pretty much the same concept with the itty bitty drawer sections. I have lots of trims. These are vintage trims, clearance trims from Michael's, clearance trims. Like, I don't pay retail for anything, guys. These were like pennies. And a lot of this I was gifted, you know, in friend mails and stuff like that, especially those are so cool. We have some of these. King Dollar had these huge rolls of this like flat gem looking stuff, and then little puff balls. Here we have elastics. Here we have little rolls of different thread patterns. Here we have twine, metal and elastic. This, rolls of ribbon, rolls of cute ribbon, spools of glittery thread. Here we have leather, elastics, and clear. All right, so here is a little bit different. These have little categories, so you can pull out the little square trays. These are also from Dollar Tree. This one has the jute. That one has gold beads. Huge roll of rope, which I'm actually going to be using. Once I finally complete this video, I'm going to use it to trim my plastic white Lazy Susans in my pantry, so it'll look like rope instead of white plastic. So there's another roll there. King Dollar, guys. King Dollar. Huge roll. Here we have some more jute and some pearls, and then a little patch kit. And then more jute rolls here. Again, pennies, pennies, pennies. When I find them on clearance for pennies, I'll get as many as I can for the price of one. And then we have buttons. And those are keep it together bands that I've made. And then some that I've been gifted. Tickets for tea staining. And then these are like alphas and stuff. These are what I use on my window. And then these go into the board, the family board in the front of the house. Then we have some foam adhesive here. Got this ginormous size pack from King Dollar for $1.25, and I actually used it to create Halloween masks for the kids because they were superheroes, but they didn't have the little eye masks. So I used that to make it really quick before we all ran out trick-or-treating on that day. Here, Dollar Tree dish racks again, and I just put my rolls of adhesive ribbon. These were all Halloween clearance for a few pennies, and I put them here, and you can see a lot of it can be used year-round. All we have that's really Halloween-y is the skulls, and that's not even really Halloween. And then, of course, that theme is very Halloween, but the rest of it, I mean, year-round. And then some tulle that I've gotten from King Dollar, and I used this for wreaths. I did the hubby's law enforcement wreath with that, and I also created a photo wall with balloons, and oh man, it was such a cute little wall. If I can find the picture, I'll leave an overlay, but for the girls' our friend's girl's birthday party was unicorn themed, super cute. So use that. Some black string, and then those are the CD cases that I got for free from Pennywise that I was going to be using for my dies. Some paper poster board alphas, some bows, random bucket or container of red, white, and blue pieces. Here are my pocket letter binders. OMG, they are packed full, guys, packed full of people's creativity and generosity. Amazing. And then here is just kind of miscellaneous. I have scraps of shelf liner and rubber liner. I have a box of big bows, and then wine corks and like wood rulers and dowels and things like that, extra rulers and stuff like that. Off to the side here, I have these little organizer racks that I put a file folder storage box into, and I use it for my stencils. They're all in there. And then right here, I have another one that I use for my pink envelopes that I got from King Dollar a long time ago, because you get several in a pack. And I actually use these for tax purposes, and I use them for paper storage. So when I have my really pretty vintage scraps that I don't want to throw into the scrap bucket because I love them and I'd do anything to turn them into something creative, then I'll put them in there so that they can stay nice and together. Now we can go ahead and take a look at the actual top of the shelf. So starting off, I have this Longaberger basket here that has my adapter for my laptop, a cute little picnic basket with some greenery hanging out just because. And here I have this old tiered shelf that I actually found, oh, I don't remember. I think this one was a clearance find somewhere for a couple of bucks. And I just put some experimental brushes in here, some eyeshadows that actually make really cute craft, like metallic-y dust, and some little tiny brushes from Dollar Tree, my Tim Holtz blender dowel, and then here these are actually furniture pads and handles from foam brushes that I put together as blenders for these here. And then here are some Maybelline Color Tattoo gel shadows, and these actually make gorgeous crafty colors as well. So these are just in the wine corks with these furniture pads, and yeah, there's that. And then these are the Tim Holtz little daubers. The hubby got me these in my collection of stamp or ink pads when I was sick. He got me the whole little set, and I love him. He's so sweet. So there is that, just some kind of fun DIY-ish crafty things to play with. Here is just a basket. I figured I would put it here for any miscellaneous things that I want to throw in here for whatever reason, and so far that's what's made it in here. And here is my Cricut. So I love this machine, but I am not a tech person. I am more of a get it done, cut it up, get dirty kind of person, and I feel like having to go through the tech part of, just arranging the letters and the images and the things, it just, my brain does not like that process. So eventually I will find a way to work it into my habits, but right now it's just, I feel like, I don't know, there's just something about it that just doesn't let me enjoy it like people do. I know it can create magical things, but there's just something about the process going into it that is so exhausting to my brain. I don't know. I love the machine. I love how it works. I love what it does. But just getting through the setup is just, I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Like my face is hot. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. But it's a gorgeous machine and it works so well. And then in here, I have a little metal house that I got at a thrift store, and it just houses my little Cricut cartridges. And yeah, just this one's off to the side because it doesn't fit. So there's that. And then over here, I have a 2x4 to kind of elevate this little basket. I have my Cricut pins in here, and it's actually inside of a bullet case. And then here we have the instruction notebooks for all of my little punch boards on my punch board shelves. Y'all, if Mambi comes up with some like plasticky blue shelves that look like this for you to put on your pegboards or your wall or whatever, y'all better let them know. Like, creators and creative people been doing it, and we would like at least a shout out, you know what I mean? So here's the basket, and then we have laminator here. I just pull it off the shelf and plug it in whenever I need it. And then a little storage box. This is actually where I open the door and throw stuff into, so I can put it away whenever I come into the office. Like this, I just used it yesterday to measure a little lady, and then before bed, I just came over here, ran in, and threw it right here and shut the door. So that just kind of gets things flowing back into their proper place. And then here I just have some little knick-knackety things in this shelf that I've been sent to the channel, which are really cute. And then a pencil sharpener right there, because the kids are always bothering me about a pencil sharpener, but I don't want them coming all the way in and digging for stuff, because they just mess stuff up. And they like crafts, so for them it's just an excuse to come in here and like dig, and we don't need all that going on. So here is a full look again at this little space. I really do love this room, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am so happy with my little space here. I feel like I have maximized it to its fullest. I could probably still fit a whole lot more in here, not gonna lie, but I'm trying to keep it still pretty and appealing without being too overwhelming, because I am a visual person. So I do like things serving their purpose as a storage, but also as display, and I have to be able to see it and be able to flip through things quickly. So I know it might be a bit much because it's not all in bins and boxes and labeled containers like for other people, and that's what makes them happy, but this is what makes me happy. Don't be judgmental. Just take whatever information helps and put it to your system and make it work for you in a way that it doesn't insult the other portion of the crafting community that thinks how I think. So next, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at all of my upper storage with my baskets and cutie things that I am in love with. Okay, so starting off, I just threw this little pegboard up here, but I actually have a very nice spool organizer that Alma gave me. She gave me 2, and I'm gonna change this board out with that because I think it'd be so much cuter to hang all of my tassels on. A lot of these were gifted to me in friend mails, and I made a bunch of them. Like, I did tutorials on them and stuff like that. And then, of course, amazing, creative, thoughtful people have made me so many, and I wanted to be able to display them, but I don't like this pegboard. So that organizer that she gave me for thread is what's going to go up here instead. There's 2 of them, and I think I could layer them both on here. So those are going to go up here for the tassels in the future. Moving on over here, this is actually a stairway basket. You set it on one step and then it sits on the other. And it's for like storage, to be able to take your stuff up and down that you need to collect throughout the day or whatever. It has a handle to carry it, and then you put it back, and then that's what you put at the bottom or the top of your stairs going up or down. I just filled it with burlap fabrics. Again, King Dollar has great stuff, like just so many amazing crafty things, and they come across so many random things that whenever I see it and I love it, I will get it, because you never know when you can use it. I have chevron pattern burlap, I have camo pattern burlap, striped blue, pink, teal burlap, right? Because it was super affordable. So I got all of that in there. Plus I've come across like clearance finds for a few cents at Walmart for the big rolls after the seasons and stuff like that. Some books that are just cute and match the room. A mini dream catcher that I was sent in a friend mail. Basket here with journaly things that people have made for me. Just look really cute. Look at that, amazing. Okay, in this basket here, I actually have ribbon rolls. I got this basket for like $5. It was awesome. And it holds a ton of ribbon. And this is the kind of stuff that I tell you I don't need to see every single day, because I know that I can come through and just grab this whole basket and shuffle through for like Valentine's Day decor, Christmas ribbon, and stuff like that. I have some more journals that have been made for me and sent to me in friend mail by amazing people. This is like a canvas fabric. Look at this. I mean, but like really though, you know, like it's beautiful. And this was also at King Dollar for $1.25. It has a ton of product on it. It's amazing. And there's blue ones in there. Look, I mean, just, you can't. I mean, you just can't. You can't just leave it at that price and then one day go and pay retail for it. No, thank you. So there's that. This is a journal cover that I've made. Happy Planner Mini planner cover that I made. The junk journal style. I've done the tutorial on that. And this was with the hubby's jeans. When we would go out on the motorcycle and he would wear these jeans, but they got too baggy after a while because your clothes winds up getting baggy when you ride it too much on a bike. And he was gonna toss them, and so I took them and I tore them up and made them into things that I could keep as memories for those nights. In here we have receipts. In here we have extra little plastic containers. And then up at the top, these were also made from a friend to the channel. Amazing stuff, guys. Like when y'all just share your creativity with me, I absolutely love it. And it's vintage and it's beautiful and it's thoughtful and it's creative and it's amazing, and I love having it up in this space. Here, that is a tutorial cover that I made with you guys. That is a Christmas junk journal mini journal that I made. And then up there at the very top, that is a junk journal that I was actually working on. It's a floral garden theme. And then that's me and Karen. K is for Karen here on YouTube. She is my Texas BFF. I love her and I would never deny her. Okay, she loves hard and I love it because that's exactly how I am. Then here is a hat. How cool is that? I was gifted that in a friend mail. And then a little basket. Here I have storagey type things, 2 empty things that I don't know what to do with yet, but they'll find a purpose whenever they're ready. Here I have rope, lots of rope in a picnic basket. So in there, those are all the poly cords, poly rope that I've gotten from King Dollar, Dollar Tree, in different colors because you can use them for so many things. I love poly rope. And then in there is fabric rolls of denim, of printed fabric, tablecloths, whatever. That's actually a stairway basket too. So you have this piece, and then you have a piece that drops down into that back hole back there. Here, this is scrap fabric. Scrap fabric. Say that 5 times fast. Scrap fabric, scrap fabric. I can't say it 5 times fast, guys. Do it. You know you want to. Do it. Okay, now let us know if you can do it. And here we have another picnic basket full of duct tape. Here we have a basket full of trimmings like lace and stuff like that. And then over there, that is a huge picnic basket. Beautiful, beautiful basket full of giveaway goodies. So that is a look at my top basket storage shelf and love. So far, the only things that I want to modify in this space are taking down that pegboard and putting the spool organizers and doing the brick on this area. I think those 2 little touches will be awesome. So if you are interested in seeing the progress on that whenever I can actually get to it, go ahead and follow me on my social medias, on Instagram and my Facebook group, because I always share real-time things on there. Personal, crafty, creative, budget-friendly, all that stuff. It all goes there. All right, guys, so that is pretty much it for my craft room, YouTube room organization video. I will do my best to go through the next couple of days and begin adding timestamps in a pinned comment down below for you guys. That way you can see the different subjects and categories that you're interested in, or find your place if you watch and you want to come back. Living and working on a budget is something that is a lifestyle for me now. I have been in a place of my life several times where I do not want to go back again. And I do my best to shop smart, but still enjoy my life. Still enjoy the things that I want and I like to do to make me happy. If you're not happy and you have a family, your family will not be happy. If you take a second to reflect and look around at the people in your life and know whether or not y'all are doing things that make you happy, things that inspire you, things that enlighten you, things that challenge you, things that allow you to fail and find new ways of doing those same things. If you don't do that, you won't have that fire lighting for you. Does that make sense? So all I wanted to do with this video. Not in any means do I want to show off, because I couldn't afford half of the stuff that I have in here if it weren't for the friends to the channel sending me so many blessings, and I forever will do my best to try to earn them. If it weren't for you guys, I would not have half of what I have now, which to me is just incredible, and it's beyond me that, you know, how or why y'all really think that I deserve those things. So my purpose isn't to show off, and it's not to gloat, but it's to encourage you guys to do things that you love. And yes, you can do it on a budget. Yes, you can find a place for it. I worked out of a little corner first that was only like 5 by 6 feet or something like that, and we just built up. And then as time went by and the hubby saw that I was serious about a lot of these things, he was supportive and he started to help me expand. And you know, it just takes a little bit of effort to show that you too can be encouraged by doing the thing that you love. If you guys enjoyed this video, you can go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know how your own craft spaces have progressed. What is one rule that you stick to make sure that you can do what you love to do and you don't have to set it aside for anything? Trust me, knowing that information will help inspire somebody somewhere to go ahead and dabble in what they once loved. If you're at all interested, you can go ahead and follow me on my social medias on Instagram and my Facebook group at Coupon to Provide. And of course, guys, don't forget, keep couponing. Bye!